Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is CabinSpeak. You're going to follow my journey as I build a house, buy land and build a house. This channel is strictly dedicated to that. If you're more interested in my personal stuff like my adventure travel and my music, you can check out my personal page here and I will see you there. Otherwise, this is all going to be about starting from scratch, building a house, and just going for it and teaching you how to do it along the way. You probably came here from Wild Homestead's channel, and yeah, I just did a video with him, my buddy James, a couple weeks ago. Went up to his place and checked out his cabin. It's awesome. And the funny thing is, I inspired him to do his thing because I did the same sort of thing quite a few years ago, but I never did any YouTube or anything really about it. Only until COVID hit, I started doing some TikTok videos and it sort of blew up. And then I sold my cabin. The only thing that remains from my cabin are these logs on the Murphy bed in my studio pad here. How did I come to build a log cabin and live in it for 5 years? Well, what happened was after school ended for me, I took music at school. I started traveling the country. I lived with all these people off the grid and on farms and out in the wilderness, learned how to do it. And after I did that for, almost a year, I went and took a course in primitive skills, lived in a shelter, worked all the primitive skills and, ancestral skills that come with survival. And then after I did that, then I bought my land, I cut the trees, I got really good help in my area, and I threw this cabin together, and then the real work began when I actually finished the shell and moved into the place. So I lived there for about 5 years, give or take, and then I sold it because, stuff was going wrong, like I got robbed and all these other things happened. So that was 3 years ago, and now I finally decided, okay, I'm gonna do it again because I miss the lifestyle. Like, my place is cool here, but you know what? I don't like hearing people stomping above my head. Being in a city is all right, but I'd rather be in the woods. I'd just rather be off the beaten path, 100%. I'm sure you get it if you're on this channel and you follow Wild Homestead and others, like this is just where it's at. So this time around though, I'm gonna build a house. I have some things in place, like I have a really good connection, somebody who's done it before. I know the guy who cuts the logs into square, and then my buddy who's done it says the two of us can build the house together. So that is the plan. Two guys are gonna build a house. But first I gotta find the land. So that's the stage I'm at now. I'm in the super early stages. I've done so much research in where to be, where I wanna be. I kind of have some spots narrowed down. It gets tricky when you're buying land with zoning bylaws and all this craziness. And when it comes to building a house, like this isn't a remote cabin. So like I'm gonna be off the beaten track, but I'm not gonna be like, Alaska. I'm not gonna be unreachable. So it's gonna be kind of a balance of both. So this video is laying out the journey ahead. I gotta find some land, and then once that happens, then the real work begins. I have to, get a driveway in. I'm gonna go with like a septic and gonna do a little foundation and all that stuff. I'm gonna have to cut a lot of trees and the whole deal. It's mostly gonna be a one dude operation in the prep work, and then once, the bigger jobs happen, I will have other hands on deck. But this channel is to show you the journey and to teach you how to do it. It's gonna teach you how to do it, because if you're wondering and banging your head against the wall about how to get started and where it all begins, use this channel as your textbook for it, because I've learned so much from my last cabin. I learned a ridiculous amount on what not to do, that, I have a lot more clarity going into this the second time around. So join in, thanks for the follow, and stay tuned for the videos as they unfold. I'll take you, the next videos will be me taking you to pieces of land I'm checking out, so you can see that process too. Anyways, it's gonna be crazy, but here we go. I'll see you at the next video.